Good morning, everybody. Welcome to the show. It's MicheleMarieDalene. Of course, today is Tuesday, which means, of course, it's the second day of the week, which is okay. Don't forget, we got also coming up next week on Monday night will be the convocation that will be starting at 6:45 p.m. It starts with the pre-actual ritual pre-convocation, which is probably going to be more like setup and things like that. So that's coming up at 6:45 p.m. on Monday night. The stream is already announced ahead of time, so you guys can catch it. Alright, so the next thing I want to cover is, of course, as you know, we've been seeing a lot more people coming on the channel watching, and that's good because I'm seeing more growth in a positive way for the channel. So, just to let you know that I appreciate you being here as an audience. I appreciate the fact that you guys have taken the time out of your days to be here. That's a great thing. I want to make sure you guys know I appreciate that. Today is weather-wise, it looks like it's sunny. I think it's colder than it was yesterday. I'm not sure. I haven't looked at the temperatures, but, well, I'm here. And I'm a little early. Not by too much, but by a little bit anyway. Some people also have noticed that I've been playing a lot of World of Warcraft lately, and I'm trying to level up my characters, particularly Valenia, and eventually we'll be working on Tindier and Toprova as well. Hi, says you're welcome, says wait, okay, how you doing? Let me get over to that screen here. It says hi and you're welcome. Oh, thank you. So we're seeing that, like I said, our growth is coming along pretty well. I mean, we're achieving a lot. You know, yeah. Right now, you're the only one here. Alexley's talking to me anyway. I'm sure the others will be along shortly. Red, I wanted to explain to you, like I said yesterday, if a mod deletes a comment, it's, just important to understand that she doesn't need to mirror the comment that she deleted. She probably had a reason to do it. So, I do understand. Okay. Welcome, stand to the show. I know it's, I want to talk briefly about something which is a little more interesting to some people, probably not too much interesting to everybody. I'm trying to find a video card for my computer with the proper EFI boot RAM. That's going to be a good upgrade, a replacement for this card that does not have the EFI boot RAM. If I could find somebody locally that could flash this card with the EFI boot RAM that I need for Mac, it would have been all set. So far, I have not seen anybody locally that can do it. I say locally because I need to get back at the computer ASAP, otherwise we ain't gonna be on the air. Period. Alright? So not having the EFI boot RAM means that I can't upgrade it to Mojave or Big Sur or Catalina. Okay? So I've been looking for alternative cards that have already been flashed for the firmware. And they're expensive. Like, one RX 580 is going with 8 gigabytes of video RAM. It's going for $10,000. Another card's going for $3,000. And there's a reason for that. Besides price gouging, which is the fact is that the chips that are used in these cards are unfortunately getting harder and harder and harder to find. And so that's creating a problem. You know, I don't know if you think about it, but we've seen the same thing happen with the automotive industry as well, is that the reason why used cars are selling right now like hotcakes is because they're already made, right? You already have the car on the road, so why buy a new car that has chips that can't be made because the manufacturing fabrication plant is either out of production or there's a shortage of chips because the backlogs for orders for the FPGA chips or the ROMs needed to make these computers work. So there's a huge market for used cars right now. Okay. And same is true with the video cards. If you can get the ones that have been properly flash tested, yeah, you can end up paying as much as $10,000 for an 8 gigabyte video card, overclocked RX 580. But I'm not one of those people who's going to pay that much money for a video card. I don't have that kind of money. I don't even know where anybody would come up with the kind of funds like that to buy a video card. I mean, how many organs did they have to sell? You know, how many of the kidneys did they have to sell? How many of their livers? How many of their hearts? How many of their whatevers? You know, that's a lot of money for a video card. Just, you know, for some people who spend that kind of money, obviously you're thinking big importance to the card. And, no, he decided not to apply for it. Because it was a scam. Basically, like anything else in the world, he would have to go ahead to get the card. He has to sign up for 2 offers. And then those 2 offers results in another 2 offers. And then another 2 offers results in another 2 offers, like a Hydra. So, I said, we went through this before. Well, I don't know. But still, why would someone buy a $10,000 video card? I mean, yes, it is an RX 580. Yes, it does have 8 gigabytes of RAM. Yes, it does have the EFI boot ROM. But would you really want to spend that much money for a video card? I mean, that's the question. The 680 and the 640 I was going to buy for the interim, unfortunately, I found out has another problem. The video card does not have the MPEG encoder built into the card. So that means that the videos from this OBS would not be encoding by the card, but rather by the CPU. So it would be dropping frames left and right, and it would be just looking like atrocious garbage. So I'm not really too impressed with that option. I think just to be. Oh, let me get the piano before I forget. I didn't even get up on time. I overslept a bit. Copy. Oh, okay. Yeah, I'm working on it, guys. Give me a minute. Yeah, man. Yeah, well, like I said, I ended up oversleeping because I was tired. Yes. And of course, the holiday wheat. Oh, God. Oh. So, so I didn't get as much sleep as I need. I got I think about maybe 6 hours tops. I was like trying to do a lot of things at once. So I ended up basically oversleeping. I got up at 9 o'clock. I got ready, got showing going, but I didn't get a chance to make any hot breakfast or anything. I just got myself ready, cleaned the hair up and stuff like that, and just made some tea, and I am just another day. See the morning crew is starting to come in here. Okay. Good morning.
Good morning. Afternoon here. How are you, my darling?
I'm doing okay. I'm just I'm just a little tired because I only went to sleep about 3 in the morning and woke up at 9 in the morning. So I got like 6 hours sleep. I did a deal. I was like,
I know exactly how you feel. On my sleep since the pandemic, I stopped working for personal reasons. My sleep patterns are all over the place, so I totally understand where you're coming from.
yeah. So what did
But
you?
how are you?
Besides that, I'm doing okay. So what did you do before the pandemic?
I used to be a support worker. I worked with young male adults with autism and learning disabilities, so they had dual diagnoses. But yeah, I mean, it kept me going. I had a bike to ride to work. I've still got my bike here, actually. I need to go for a bike ride soon.
So you worked with
But
young. So you worked with young men with autism. How many women
yeah,
did
I
you
did
work with?
personal care. That doesn't bother me. I had to wipe their bums and make sure they were clean, and it doesn't bother me though. You know all that. You know, because I've got two sons. I've wiped their bottoms, even though they're my boys. But I did personal care on a guy that couldn't walk. He was in a wheelchair, but he used to crawl around on his legs and that. But I did personal care on him. I used to have changes.
Okay.
Well, you call them diapers, don't you? We call them nappies here. So
Did you
I
ever?
changed him up for bed, got him ready, got his pajamas on. It didn't bother me. It just does not bother me. So yeah.
Did you ever work with any women with autistic spectrum disorder?
Yeah, that where I worked, there was a lady next door, and she had very
Hold on a
bad
minute. Scanning
autism.
was
But
joining.
she used to get very panicky. She's got anxiety. Who's that? Is there
Yeah, how
someone
you
else
doing,
talking?
Skynet?
Oh,
Hey,
sorry.
how's
Hi.
it going?
Sorry.
Okay.
Yeah, she used to get very panicky, Michelle. But I used to have to do her personal care and like shower her or bath her. But she was okay. She had OCD as well, so she liked to put. She always had a lock on her wardrobe, but she liked to get her
Yeah.
clothes out for the day. And all her sheets were taken off her bed during the day because she'd always take them off.
I
So,
like
yeah, it's very interesting work.
I like women with OCD because they're usually really clean and kind of like a freak in the
Well,
bed.
I
Yeah, but
understand what you're
Skynet,
saying,
there's a level of
but
OCD
OCD can
that
be
can
taken in
sometimes
different
come
ways.
where it gets to be too bad, and where they can actually like totally sandbag themselves with like you say about the woman that wanted to make sure her sheets are always clean every day. Whole thing
Well,
about it.
OCD can be taken in different ways. Can I just say, sorry to interject, OCD can be taken. I've got OCD, but it's to do with my steps and numbers. I mean, I'm clean anyway. I'll clean up. I haven't got. I'll just do my normal cleaning. I haven't got OCD with that, but I've got it with numbers, colours, steps that I take across the road. I have to count my steps. So there is a difference between when people think about OCD, they think about, oh, you got to scrub your fingers every day and all that. It's not all about that. It's not all about that. Trust me.
Yeah, I mean, there's different levels of OCD. I mean, there's one level where yeah, you're constantly asking, where it can be too much, where you basically all of a sudden turn your whole life upside down, where
Yeah.
you have more laundry generated in a day than most individuals generate in a
Yeah.
week. Where you have to change your clothes every 10 minutes, every 30 minutes, and stuff like that.
Yeah, that's when it really takes over your life. I'm not as bad as that. I've just got it with sets, and I've got to go for four is my lucky number and seven. So I've got to do things like that. But it doesn't take over my life like other people. I understand what OCD means, but there's different levels. You
Right,
know, Michelle. Hobo, you look like my older son's dad. I don't know if that's your real pic or not.
right.
You look like my older
No,
son's dad.
that's actually a picture of Michelle as a man. I did like one of those like face changers, and I took Michelle's photo.
Wow, very gorgeous.
Yeah, Michelle, you would look like a very handsome man if you really wanted
Yeah,
to
but
go.
Michelle's a lady to me, so
True, true. Michelle is a lady,
I'm a
and she
lady.
dresses like one.
I mean, biologically, I'm a hermaphrodite, but that's okay.
You get bit.
exactly.
It's just like intersex. Hermaphrodite intersex. But the
Yeah,
thing is
yeah,
that what I'm trying to say is like I said, there's different levels of OCD. I mean, I got anxieties too because with my bad eyesight and bad hearing, it's very easy sometimes to think you misunderstand something. So, you tend to try to double check, triple check, to make sure you got it right the first time.
Is that actually you, Michelle? Is that you? Is that you in Hobo's picture?
Yeah, that's literally Michelle.
Well, she's pretty as a lady, which she is a lady, and she's pretty as a man, but she's not a man.
She's got one of those faces that it doesn't, she could choose either one and be perfect with it.
Yeah, Michelle to me is a lady, so that's it.
Well, for me, Michelle's a lady whenever she does like her spirit reading, her tarot reading, because she puts on the camera that lets me see down her block.
You sound nice. Oh, I've got a call coming in. Can I come back? Is that all right?
Okay.
Yeah.
Should be able to come back if you want. All right, so let's take a look at this. Hi, Stan. How you doing? Tiger Kitty. Stan, for your I got you a sound Sacred Mothers and Goddesses Oracle deck. Well, Ed would love to show you his S-Gauge train set he bought. So if you would like to try to make a visit, for a few minutes, Stan, so Ed could show you his train set, his S-Gauge train set he has. He got a really nice American Flyer train set. And it has New Haven caboose and passenger cars and everything.
Michelle, I got a question for you.
What?
What are your thoughts on piercings? Do you like piercings?
I have pierced ears, but I never really wear jewelry.
I was thinking about piercing my eyebrow. What do you think about that?
I don't know anything about that. I've never done an eyebrow.
You think it looks okay on a guy, or?
I don't know. I think it would look kind of odd. I know people pierce their lips and people pierce their tongues. I don't really know. That's kind of... I think in some ways it's a little bit much for most people.
Well, just between you and me and everybody watching, one of my eyebrows is like, I don't know how to, I guess it's just balding. Like, that's the only real way I can put it. And it's kind of bothering me. So I was figuring maybe if I was to get like that missing hair on my eyebrow, like pierced, it won't be such a big deal because there'll be like, hoops covering.
Well, let me give you a suggestion instead. I have found out that some people say works is to use that Rogaine with minoxidil. And you can just put it on I'll get Paul in a second here. And you just put it on on a Q-tip, and you just spread it on the eyebrow. Say twice, 3 times a day. Go ahead, Paul. I didn't.
Holy smokes. Turn it down a bit. Hey, guys. Good morning.
And it'll make your eyebrows much thicker, and they'll be like caterpillars. So, the Rogaine might do the job fine for you.
Oh, we're talking about piercings? I think Skynet brought up piercings.
Yeah.
I think it's pretty cool. I mean, I think it's all right, I guess, for a guy to have his eyebrow pierced if Skynet's still listening.
Yeah, I mean, it's...
Maybe not.
I'm going to try it. I mean, I guess I'll try it.
Oh, okay, you're there. Okay, good. Well, can I suggest a Prince Albert?
Well, the problem is my eyebrow, not my penis. Like, I'm okay with my penis.
Oh, God.
No, so you're just trying to, like, bedazzle your eyebrow up a bit.
Right.
Okay. I
got this big area right over my eye that's missing eyebrow, and it looks stupid. So I figure if I put, like, piercings right there, it'll take away from the idiocracy of not having an eyebrow.
Just to, like, well, there's two solutions here.
Let me show you something, Skynet. Let me show you something.
Yeah.
I bought this stuff thinking I was going to use it. I didn't really use this much at all. This is Rogaine. Okay.
Oh.
This is a generic store brand of Rogaine. And
what do you use that for, Michelle?
I got 9 bottles of it. Actually, 10 bottles of it.
9 bottles?
Where are you growing hair at, Michelle? Why do you have that much Rogaine?
I was gonna use it because I thought I was losing the hair, and I'm not. Okay, but even so,
Can you send that to Skynet, Michelle? Can you send like a couple of those bottles over on Skynet?
Sure, if he
Hook
give me
him
his
up.
address, he would just have to use a Q-tip to put it on his eyebrows.
Hook him up. I think Skynet should get the Floyd Mayweather surgery personally, where they take like part of the hair off of your head and they can implant it on. It's like for people who can't grow beards. They like take part of your hair off your head and implant it on your face.
That is way overkill.
Maybe Skynet could do that with his eyebrows. Take a little bit of his eye.
I feel like piercings is probably.
Fact of anything, a piercing is actually going to be.
Yeah.
It's going to make it even more noticeable than anything because you're not even looking. I mean, that's what it's going to be like. It's like.
Well, it'll take the attention away from him not having that,
No, actually, it'll make it more noticeable because people are going to be seeing it. But I would say is this: look, you can buy this Kirkland minoxidil on eBay. I mean, I bought 10 bottles of the stuff. Okay, I mean it wasn't even that expensive. Just buy 2 bottles, buy a bottle, and then use a Q-tip and just put it on the eyebrow, soak it good every day. While you're at it, if you got a balding spot on your head, why don't you put it on there too? It's what it's for. It's a topical, hair product.
You should dump all those bottles in your bathtub, Michelle, and sit in your bathtub.
Says I should get an eyebrow pencil, but I don't want to look like a chola.
Yeah, he doesn't want to have to color that in every day too. That's going to be a bit annoying,
Right.
But what if he like gets an itch and wipes, like rubs his eye or something, and he'll wipe it all off, and then he'll be back to square one.
I'll have like a big old smear right above my eye.
Yeah, look like someone, Dirty Sanchez did or something. I think eyebrow, a couple, I don't know how many you're planning on getting for your eyebrow, but maybe like a hoop or something, would take care of that.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking, like maybe like 2 or 3 hoops, whatever would just like start off with one, of course.
Mm-hmm. It's a pretty easy piercing too, so it's not like, you're going to have a lot of trouble with it. I mean, it's pretty easy to do.
Tiger Kitty suggested another simple idea, which is just to use an eyebrow pencil.
I don't know. It like fell out. Like I just woke up one morning and I noticed it was missing, and it's like really smooth.
Yeah. I don't know. I've only had my ears and my tongue. I haven't had any facial.
Yeah.
Michelle, you should fill your bathtub with Rogaine, Michelle.
I've heard of that idea too, of getting eyebrows tattooed to look like their eyebrows. But honestly, I would rather not go there if I was to do that. Because
it's a good idea, Skynet.
If your tattoo artist doesn't know what they're doing, you're going to have potentially a really nasty surprise. And you're not going to be able to take it off and go, oops.
Well, it's not really a hard tattoo, Michelle, to fill in.
The thing with the tattoo is, though, like, I do have eyebrow hair, so that would mean either I would have to, like, just shave it all off and go with a tattoo on one eye, or do both eyes.
I tried
I'm pretty sure I'm never going to just
I did the shaving my eyebrows once. That wasn't so bad. I mean, just, it looks kind of weird seeing me with no eyebrows, kind of like the woman in Star Trek, the original motion picture, a little delta there, the delta woman with no eyebrows. But basically, that's what it looked like, as I took my eyebrows out from the razor. It was like, course they all grew back. But the thing is, in your case, is why don't you go ahead and do what I said? Just go pick up a bottle of Rogaine, either from your local CVS or Kirkland or whatever, and you should be all set to go.
I'll give it a shot, Michelle. Now, what would happen if I was to take a bath of Rogaine? Would just like my entire body be covered in hair?
Like Chewbacca?
Rogaine can also be used. Well, originally was a blood pressure medication. So I think you can visualize what would happen with your blood pressure. You potentially could give yourself a heart attack if you did that in real life. Don't do it, okay? A doctor's prescription. First of all, it's very expensive to do that. Alright.
Well, you said you could get Rogaine very cheap without a prescription, Michelle, on the internet. You said you don't even need a prescription for it. You can just buy it on eBay, right?
10 bottles.
10 bottles on eBay. You don't even need a doctor's prescription.
No, they
it
didn't
can't be
have the prescription because they are they're the topical liquids.
Oh, like a stronger version of it. Like there's like a cream or something you can put on, is what you're saying.
I think they make a Rogaine cream as well. I'm not sure. You might have to ask your local pharmacy. I believe there is a Rogaine gel or cream. Or they definitely have the foam. They have the foam, the Rogaine foam, which might be a little bit easier in some people because the standard Rogaine uses glycol in it, which is gonna make some men itch. Women itch too, because I tried it in my head, and it's the one with the alcohol. Oh shoot, there are videos. No, it went back again. Somebody's internet is acting up. Are you still there, guys?
Yeah, I'm here.
All right.
Yep.
Because right now it was like my internet link was flashing red for a second, and it's still flashing red. They must be doing something with the internet at the cable company or whatever. In my case, it's the cell phone or the phone company. So I don't know why it's flashing red and green like that. So hopefully it's nothing serious. Maybe it's just a glitch in the system. But the point is that the glycol, some people don't do well with it, and some people prefer the foam instead, which is like a mousse.
Michelle, I got a question for you. What if I was to cover your massager in Rogaine? Would hair grow on it?
No, because there's no hair follicles in the massager.
What about your elf ears?
No, there's no hair follicles in the elf ears either.
I'd give it like a little like hairy texture, you know? I'd kind of make it like
keep them warm for the winter.
Like a
Speaking
kiwi.
of, how you doing, Leo? Speaking of hairy texture, did you notice that I actually got Valinia's ears a little bit shortened now to medium length, so they match my ears, so they're about the same length as my ears in the game.
Does Ed shave his balls?
I can't tell you that. I don't know.
You never look?
Do they feel fuzzy?
Oh, let's get Leo on here.
I think she might be, well, if she wants to come on, I know she might be busy today, but she can make it on, that'd be cool.
I keep forgetting I had that. I keep forgetting I had them in the minoxidil there. Oh, well. Yeah, so I have all those bottles of minoxidil. I don't really know what to do with them all because I don't need them all. I actually bought them some time ago. They work, but like you gotta put it on every day, or maybe every other day in some cases. For eyebrows, I'd say put them on every 2 days. Just 1 milliliter, half a dropper, or just every day, once a day. Just swab them on both of them. And if you do that, they're going to get as thick as caterpillars. So that's what you want. If you want thicker eyebrows.
Unibrow, he just wants to cover up the small part. And I think a piercing would probably be his best bet, Michelle. It's quick, it's easy.
Funky.
Yeah. He can change it out if he wants. It doesn't necessarily have to be the same thing all the time.
All right. I don't know, but it's quick and easy. I mean, because
100%, Michelle. You're talking about using Rogaine for like a month or two every day when Scannick can take 10 minutes and get his eyebrow pierced and be done. 10 minutes opposed to a couple weeks. I'd say it's pretty quick.
Yeah, but I remember when I got my ears pierced, I wasn't. I just, get them to go with the piercing gun, bam, bam, and you're done. It was a lot more complicated because you have to still, for the first few weeks anyway, you have to make sure to treat the area with isopropyl to make sure there's no infection setting in. I mean, that's going to be the one thing you're going to always have to deal with piercings.
It's not hard to keep it clean. I don't know too many people who've gotten infections from piercing just because they don't take care of it. And Skynet's definitely a pretty cleanly guy, so I mean, I don't think we have to worry about that.
What do you got to do for you? Just like wash your eyebrow or something? I mean, like
wash your eyebrow, treat it with rubbing alcohol to make sure that no bacteria start forming and creating an infection. I agree with you. I think it's a bad idea.
What the fuck is this?
So you guys think I should just look like a retard with one eyebrow?
I say pierce it personally.
I'm sure it would grow back. We don't even know what. If you're really worried about it, ask your doctor. Maybe he can verify if it's just a temporary situation or if it's permanent. He would know better than I would.
Well, let's ask the cam girl of the audience, Tiger Kitty, what she thinks. We'll get the cam girl. We got Michelle's
your question right now here, Ed. She says no eyebrow piercings.
Okay, well, my name's not Ed, Michelle.
I mean, no, Tiger Kitty. Sorry, wrong person. Tiger Kitty says no eyebrow piercings.
And your eyebrows fell out.
She thinks you should do your nose instead.
Oh.
My nose?
Kind of gay. He ain't wanting to cover up his nose. He wants to cover up his eyebrow.
Right.
Well, I think the eyebrow pencil might be a cheaper way to do it. And after all...
No, he'll have to keep buying them the rest of his life. Why would that be cheaper, Michelle? Again, he can pay one time, get a piercing done, and be done with it. Opposed to have CVS and pick out an eyebrow pencil every week and have to color it. And
you're assuming it's a long-term problem. It may not be. You might actually, like I said, if you're really worried about it, go talk to your doctor about it and ask them.
Maybe Skynet should put some nair on his eyebrows, Michelle, and just sizzle them off and then they won't have to worry about it anymore.
Maybe I can put some Lumi on my eyebrow.
Yeah, make it smell good.
Michelle, are you ever going to sue Lumi for starting that deodorant under female deodorant without consulting you guys?
I'm not really totally cognizant of that yet. I don't know what that's about, but
basically, this medicine company is cashing in on the Lumi brand and selling like coochie deodorant for your coochie.
Yeah.
You know what? Your butthole.
Link in your Discord, Michelle. There should be.
If you give me a minute, I want to check one thing.
I
want to see if Ed's video is done uploading on his channel. Maybe wait, that's why it's affecting my uploading. Maybe it's his video.
What did he do? An apology video?
Hold on.
Yeah,
he did a train video yesterday. Let me just check see if that thing is done uploading it.
Yeah, that's the apology
if it is,
video.
I can turn
I'm not
his phone off. So.
The guy's a jerk, Michelle. He was completely rude to us.
Yeah, Michelle. Fuck Ed and his video. I wish we had dislikes so we could go mass dislike it. I ain't supporting Ed bitch no anymore. He's a fucking faggot. Kid diddler.
I don't know if I'd go that far, but
just one time. He was pretty mean to Michelle. You gotta be rude to him at least once.
It sounds like his daughter is with the kid diddler, but I don't know about Ed being the kid diddler.
Yeah, his daughter definitely. Oh.
It's a very weird situation. I mean, apparently she had to leave Ed and go be with the kid diddler, and the kid diddler was a better person than.
Yeah, I was gonna say. I mean, he's got to be some type of fucked up person to want to take that route to go live with,
Yeah, it wasn't
me going
still
with a murderer.
It's done. Alright, hold on a minute. Play some Leo's coming in now.
Alright.
Well, ask her opinion
Good
about the
morning.
piercing.
Yeah, she's pretty good.
Morning.
With that. Good morning.
I was just checking to see as the thing uploads the video, what's the status report on it, because for a while it was going red, yellow, green, red, yellow, green, red, yellow, green, and I was like, what's going on here? And I was like, oh. So I checked. I still remember last night that I told Ed that his phone probably wouldn't be done uploading the video what he did last night until about this morning, and it was done. It was done. It just that for some reason it was just kind of like something was taking up all the data, sending something else up.
What?
So anyway, how you been doing?
Good. I just came from my daughter's Christmas recital thing. That was
Okay.
fun.
Why is she doing a piano recital?
No, well, they do a thing for their school. You know, they sing Christmas songs, and they were bears today, so.
Oh.
So it was fun.
Okay.
What are you guys talking about?
Eyebrows.
Eyebrows?
Because Skynet says he's got some balding on his eyebrow, and he said he wants to get a piercing to try to cover it up. And me and a few other people think that's a bad idea. I suggest he should use some minoxidil.
Well, you know, Skynet, they have the makeup tattooing now that looks really real. If it bothers you too much.
Well, the thing with one, I've never looked into that. Two, I have then I would assume that I'd have to do both eyebrows, then I'm gonna shave my other eyebrow. But how it is there's a patch missing, and it's almost like somebody cut down my eyebrow with a knife or something, and instead of it being a scar, it's just missing hair. What I was thinking is what I would do is just fill that gap with hoop rings.
You could do that. That's how big of a gap, though? I mean, are we talking millimeters or centimeters?
How many fingers, Skynet?
It looks like I'm always giving the people's eyebrow. You know, what's up?
But you could always just use a eyebrow pencil too.
Oh, you thought of maybe a weave or a hair extension, Skynet, maybe?
Dreads, maybe?
A hair plug? Yeah.
I don't think it'll look right having hair on top of a pencil or whatever.
You'd be surprised what they have out there now that you don't even need that much just to fill it in. I mean, if someone's right in your face, they might be able to tell, but from a distance, they can't.
Yeah, well, we got a tarot reading yesterday of Skynet's love life, and apparently it's going to be banging, and he's going to be banging in 2022.
Well,
right?
Telling you, if you're banging a chick, she's not going to look at your eyebrow.
Yeah, hold on a minute, though. How about, this has happened to many men at the bar, but, say some woman picks Skynet up, and they go have the nice little fling, and, Skynet's putting in that work, and then he sweats all his fucking eyebrow off, and the lights come on in the morning.
They have
They're going to be like, who the fuck
waterproof.
is this guy? He's a completely different man. He's a stranger.
They have waterproof, and they have stuff that lasts for 24 hours. They'll be okay.
Tiger Kitty says to Skynet, would you show me a close-up of the eyebrow area? She wants to see a close-up of the eyebrow area.
Sure. After the show.
After the show. He'll upload it to you probably on Discord.
Oh my God. Damocles burned off his eyelashes on one side when he was smoking a bowl. One time.
I was
crap.
shooting and shaved off all my eyebrows.
I burned off my eyebrows one time when I was working on a gas stove, and there was a gas leak.
Michelle,
and basically had a flare
Skynet's
back.
talking, Michelle. Hold on.
Michelle, one time in high school, I shaved off all my eyebrows, and then I was really It really sucked because I was regretting it for the longest time ever, and I had to wear like sunglasses to school. It was a whole stupid idea. I get a lot of like stupid ideas, and sometimes I just go with it. And,
My niece did that too. Do you have dark hair? I forget.
yeah.
Okay, yeah. My niece had blonde hair, so that kind of helped when she shaved her eyebrows off.
Yeah, I've done that a couple times just because. It's like, fuck it. They grow back quick, though. I mean,
My eyebrows are naturally this lighter color, as you can see. So basically, I always thought my eyebrow hair, my head hair, always looked kind of out of whack because like my head hair was darker, my eyebrow hair was lighter, and it was like that's one reason I decided to go blonde is because at least it makes my eyebrows pop a little bit instead of before where you could barely see them.
Right on.
Well, one time I was working on Ed's motorhome. The stove had developed apparently, I guess, a pinhole leak in one of the gas lines going to the stove. The pilot was trying to figure out what was going on, and the flames blew right back at me and singed my eyebrows off. I didn't do anything else harm, but it sure scared the hell out of me. It says you're missing eyebrows. I said, "Oh, they'll grow back."
My brothers have burnt their eyebrows and eyelashes off.
Yeah. In fact, I think it was funny when Adam Savage one time was doing an experiment with Jamie Hyman, and they were doing a control experiment, and the flashback at him, and then it says, "Do I still have my eyebrow?" Well, anyway, the point was is that it's okay because I got light eyebrows anyway. So all you do is, I think an eyebrow pencil would probably be the easiest way if it's a temporary problem. We don't know if it's temporary or permanent or what. So maybe if it's temporary, it'll grow back on its own. But I mean, if you're really worried, but I think the Rogaine foam would be a good start. They say it's a little bit more gentle than the liquid. I got 10 bottles of Rogaine liquid here. I mean, I bought this stuff.
Michelle, why are you missing hair on your eyebrows, Skynet? Is it from a scar or?
What?
He's got a phone call. I don't know if he's in chat right now. He just jumped off the panel.
I got eyebrows.
Oh, did he?
Yeah. I got eyebrows.
He's talking to Skynet, Michelle.
Yeah. Oh, okay.
Yeah, I was just wondering why the hair is missing on his eyebrow. If it's from a scar, I don't think the Rogaine would work.
Yeah, that's true. I mean, we don't know. I mean, Skynet didn't say. I mean, did you just wake up and start seeing that your eyebrows are receding, or what?
You have receding eyebrows? I don't know. But, I mean, I think for a quick fix, just some cosmetic stuff would probably work. If he doesn't mind the piercings, if he thinks the piercing will cover it up, then he could do that. But they do have, like, I seen a woman years ago, she had her eyeliner, her lip liner, and her eyebrows tattooed on. And it was amazing how real it looked.
Yeah. Yeah, well, I mean, like I said, that's what I said. Is though, I mean, if it's a temporary problem, I mean, piercings only add more problem to it because it's gonna make it more noticeable because you're gonna be putting a piece of metal right there. That's gonna be like, look at me, I'm missing my eyebrow. Hey, no. What I would say is if he was to just go, wants to hide it, just an eyebrow pencil, especially if it's a temporary problem. If it's a permanent problem, I mean, yes, the doctor could tell him more specifically what the case is.
Right. Right.
You know,
Yeah, I'm not too sure on why you would miss hair on your eye, unless it's like you got wounded or a scar or something.
well, DMT, which is responsible for male pattern balding, certainly could affect eyebrows.
DMT.
Testosterone, which is a chemical produced by your body, also affects your eyebrows too, and your hair, and your head.
Yeah.
Oh,
can
yeah.
affect your
It's funny
eyebrows?
you mentioned DMT, right? Is that the same DMT that gives you the high? Maybe.
Apparently
Good
not.
question. I don't know. Does that DMT give you the high?
Apparently
Because-
not. No. I mean, I don't think women can produce the testosterone, so I'd say
yes,
no.
they do.
Well, we do have testosterone there, so.
Not as high of concentration, though.
All women do.
Leo, did you say you're going to you're coming from your daughter's pageant, or you're getting ready for it?
No, I already went. It was this
Oh.
morning.
How was it?
It was good. It was fun. It was fun to see her. She's not very
Theatric?
yeah, well, and she didn't seem like she was too interested in doing it.
Oh no. She
So I kept making
looking
faces
away
at
and
her.
stuff?
Yeah, I kept making faces at her to try to get her to laugh and, kind of have a little bit more fun. Her lips were barely moving.
Yeah, she just wasn't feeling it today.
But she had her own little part.
Oh,
in
it's
it, so it was
DHT,
cute.
not DMT. Okay, DHT, dihydrotestosterone, DHT. I think that's what it is. That's the one that causes the male pattern baldness, not DMT. Although I wonder what DMT, if that contains testosterone in it too. But the point is DHT is a natural byproduct of testosterone usage in men. It's a natural process. Some men heredity get it, some affected by it, some don't. Some women get it too because their hormone systems may be all messed up, but it's more of a men problem than anything. So if you got a balding spot or whatever, that's because of DHT, not DMT. Although if you do a lot of DMT, it probably might exacerbate your DHT. But I'm not a doctor, that they can tell you that, but lab work. So dihydrogen testosterone. I love the way it came out, Diana Hygiene Testosterone. Oh, that's cute.
Yeah. Adorable.
I was thinking the same word.
So Diana's hygiene makes testosterone. Well, in this case, it's actually a natural process. So,
All right, I'm back. Sorry about that. I had a customer.
So have your doctor check your DHT level.
Damocles Williams wants to know if I've ever done DMT. And no, I've never done DMT. Never. I'm willing to it, but
I've done it twice.
You're full of shit.
No, I have.
You're full of shit.
Fuck you, Ed.
Michelle, are we gonna drink wine on the convocation, or are we gonna save the rest of that Boone's Farm till New Year's Eve? Because if we're saving it till New Year's Eve, I think I'm gonna get you another bottle
I
of
probably will
something
be
good.
drinking it during the convocation after the ritual. I mean, yeah.
We got Christmas too, you know.
No, I don't really normally celebrate Christmas Day. Because
Yeah, I remember last Christmas we had lager puppets on, and he was a real buzzkill, a real Scrooge McDuck.
Yeah, that's right. Thank God we don't have to deal with that this year. Someone shitting on our Christmas, you know.
Yeah, well, anyway, like I said, the convocation starts on Monday night at 6:45. That's the pre-convocation. Pre-convocation is pretty simple. I'll just describe the setup. Describe the process. so that people understand how it all works. This year, we're going to try to integrate it with the green screen.
What are you going to put on the background, Michelle? You going to have a good background? Please tell me you're not going to do the convocation with World of Warcraft. I don't really have much of a
background yet in mind.
Switch it up.
Maybe some animated icicles or animated snowflakes. I don't know yet.
Yeah, switch it up. Like, this is a special event. Yeah, switch it up or something. Make it wintry.
It depends on where I put the camera, because I might put the camera like, normally when I did the ritual, I always faced north. But this month, this time I'm going to be facing west, which, Mother God said to me should not be a problem, because, I can still face north, but then I have to put the camera in a different place so I can still be facing north. Well, we're gonna try.
You can do it upside down, Michelle, and the outcome would probably be the same.
Down McAllen, the outcome.
Yep. Yeah, that's exactly what I said.
That's the way the captions came out. McAllen, the outcome.
That's exactly what I said.
All right, whatever. Yeah. Anyway, the point is we'll see how it goes for ritual. I don't think it's gonna be a major problem. We got everything set. We got the white tablecloth. We got the candles, candlesticks. So we got the white candlesticks, candlesticks, incense. I still have my fame somewhere, although I don't think we really need to go with the fame that much. Just basically, simple ritual.
Some candles, some incense, the colander, a massager.
Oh, the calendar's part of it. Yeah, we already know that. Calendar's always been part of it.
Shaw, you should have that thing on your desk at all times. Like, for whenever you get a donation,
I don't got a big enough desk to hold all this stuff. I only have enough desk here between my keyboard and my trackball.
Oh.
That's why when I do the card readings, I have to push the keyboard underneath so I can get to the few square inches to do the tarot card readings.
God forbid, right? Yeah.
It's ooh, says Red Foreman. What does that mean? It's ooh.
It's cold.
It's cold, Michelle.
It's cold, Michelle.
C-O-O-O-L-D. It's cold.
It's cold outside.
Well, right now it's summer season. Yeah, it doesn't start until Monday, so that's the autumn storage job that they're doing right now. So we're
walking 38 degrees here.
Michelle, when you sleep with Ed, do you guys sleep back to back or crotch to crotch or foot to foot?
He likes to sleep facing the ceiling. I like to face the north window. So we don't really. Sometimes he sleeps facing south.
Yeah, you didn't get good sleep last night, did you, Michelle? You sound very tired today. You're yawning away here. Did you not get enough sleep last night?
Well, I went to bed at 3 a.m.
Oh, what were you doing until 3 a.m?
I don't know. I was just watching videos, and then I said, screw it. I was gonna get some sleep.
Oh, okay.
So that's what happened. Why I was asleep still.
So you should watch live streams and network a little bit, get your name out there.
And woke me up at 9 in the morning and said, Michelle, don't you have a show today? I said, yeah, I got a show. So, yeah.
Networking.
So, here I am. So we had, I have to figure the most efficient way, notice the word efficient, way to make the convocation go well. I personally, I don't know if it's going to be very easy to do in that little room. Especially with the green screen, the light stuff. I might just forego the green screen because it might be just an additional process of annoyance all the way across the board. Maybe I might do is just basically key the green screen to white to make a white wall.
Yeah. Hey, Michelle, what are you doing this week? Do you have any plans for like Thursday or Friday night? Would you like to come on my show, Michelle? If I do a show on YouTube, you can come on my show like on Discord, and then we can take some phone calls or something. Would you like to do that sometime soon, Michelle? Maybe not this week, but like we can do it next week or something. We'll set up a time and we can do like an actual night show, like a night show, like the good old days, and take some phone calls.
What time is your show? Because my show is at 10.
No, I was thinking about at night, Michelle. I don't want to do one in the morning. I was thinking about the nighttime. We'll do a night show like the good old days.
Well, what about a crossover show between the two channels at the same time?
That might be possible.
You would divide your audience.
Yeah, I'd rather just have one audience, Michelle, opposed to having two.
And since you don't like to do a lot of more of the risque stuff, it might be better to do it on Paul.
Yeah. Yeah, I want to get wild, Michelle. I want to get Wild Bill up in here and just get wild, have some fun. We'll enjoy the Christmas
Wild Bill does not do the weekday shows. He only does Friday and Saturdays.
Weekenders, yeah. Yeah, we just want to get, I want to have like a good old one more nice kind of hectic show for the year, Michelle. I know you don't like to do those on your channel, and I'd like it to not be privatized, so maybe we can work something out like that.
It wouldn't be dividing an audience. I mean, true, there would be some audience that are regulars on my channel that's on his channel, absolutely. But I think it'd be a bit
hard to keep up with all the chat, Michelle. You'd have two different chats going. You can barely keep up with one. I think it'd be a bit complicated. I think probably just doing it on one channel would probably be the best.
Yeah, I know. You should the phone. Things get way complicated. Sorry about that.
Yeah, you can't be yawning on the show like that, though, Michelle. You're gonna have to take a nap that day. I don't want you yawning up the show like that. You gotta.
After the show, I'm probably gonna curl up in bed and go back to nap for a few hours.
We'll arrange something, Michelle. Maybe next week or something. We can do something like along those lines. We'll figure it out. I gotta get my toes back into YouTube. That's been so long since I streamed. It feels like I don't even know. I gotta set everything.
Are you getting back into YouTube?
No. I'm just saying, like, as far as like equipment and all that goes, I'm not trying to come back over here.
Well, like I explained earlier this morning to people, one of the things is I'm looking for right now is I'm trying to find a nice, inexpensive video card that has the middle API on it from my Mac. And one guy said to me, he said, get yourself a 670 or better GTX. He said, because otherwise, if you get the 640, sure, it'll be good for installing, like Mojave, but, it's going to suck for streaming because it doesn't have the built-in encoding option. Whereas if you get something like a 670 or 770, or 680, it's gonna have the built-in MPEG encoder, so you can stream using OBS. I'm like, okay. So I found a few cards with 2 gigabytes of GTX 680s. I would think for what I do, I would think 2 gigabytes of video RAM should be enough to do something with GDR5, but I don't know.
Yeah, sure, they'll figure it out, Michelle.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Whatever. I guess as you get older, shit just
I can't believe that one guy is charging $10,000 for an RX 580 with 8 gigabytes of RAM.
If someone's out there willing to pay it,
$10,000 for a video card with 8 gigabytes of RAM and RX 580.
Michelle, I have an RX 580, and it is not worth $1,000, nor do you have to pay that kind of money for an RX 580. That's like a $500 card at most. Right. But just so you know, Michelle, if you were to buy an RX 580, let me finish for fucking 1 second. Michelle, if you were to buy an RX 580, an 8 gigabyte version, you would be able to mine Ethereum, and you would be making around $3 a day in Ethereum.
I'm just pointing out as an example from one of the auctions I saw on eBay. But the one I'm thinking about was a GTX 770. Or what do you know about the GTX 770?
That's a downgrade compared to the 580.
Well, I don't have a 580. I have a 260.
Get a 580, Michelle. Get a 580.
Well,
They're bigger, they require more power, but they're much better at what you want to do. You know, you want to stream, you want to play video games while you stream.
Yeah.
Get a 580. One other thing, run both video cards. I use 2 video cards in my computer. One does the streaming, the other does the gaming.
Yeah, and obviously if they both are using the same API, same software, so you don't have to load 2 different drivers.
No, you actually that does well. I don't know about for Macintosh, but for PC, I have an RX 580 and I have a GTX 1070 Ti. So I've got an NVIDIA and an AMD running in my computer, no problems. You know, both mining or doing work.
The 1070 Ti is highly respected for video card. I mean, there are some people who have flashed them for the Mac, but I don't have the kind of bones to throw around at this. So I'm trying to. One of the other ideas is to make it find somebody who can reflash my video card with the proper EFI boot ROM. Right now, there's a guy in Canada and one guy in Seattle that's doing it. So I'm thinking, if I get myself for the time being a nice GTX card for the time being, drop it in, I can send the ATI video card out, the Sapphire video card out, and get that reflashed, and then be all set to go so that I can drive it back in my Mac with them, so I can, because I don't have enough slots for 2 double wide video cards. But I don't know. I'll have to figure it out.
We'll figure it out, Michelle. No rush. But we should plan on the Wednesday show. What are we doing for the Wednesday night show? What's the plans?
Well, that's tomorrow, ain't it?
Wednesday night show. I don't know. I don't have anything planned special for Wednesday night.
You want to play Quiplash?
It's just gonna be an ordinary day. Just an ordinary night show.
Want to do Quiplash? A couple games of Quiplash on Wednesday for the old times?
Maybe. I don't know. I think about it. That's all I'll say for now. I'm not going to say yes at this point.
Michelle, go grab some coffee. You need some coffee, Michelle. Go grab a couple cups.
And wake up Megan Fox. Where's she at?
I have no idea where she is.
I need a...
Probably over, fucking under a trailer somewhere right now. You got to catch her at night. She ain't a morning person.
No way. Michelle, did you know that Megan Fox will give birthday hand jobs if you ask her?
No, you don't even need to ask her. You don't need to tell her it's your birthday. You don't even need to ask. Like with her, I'm sure you could get like 3 or 4 a year.
All I can tell you is I'm glad that this year is just about over for once. I think this year has almost been just as bad as 2020.
What are you talking about? This was the year you got monetized.
You've been cleaning up, Michelle.
Yeah. You made over $1,000 this year, Michelle.
She has?
When I get my 1099s, I gotta go ahead down to H&R Block and get my taxes done. Then that's gonna be fun.
Yeah, it's not a bad process. It's pretty quick.
Well, I should be eligible for an earning credit, and I also should be eligible maybe to go get the PPP. Well, maybe. I don't know if the PPP program is even available. The Payroll Protection Program for sole proprietorships.
Let the government know how much the pandemic screwed you over, because you would have made $10,000 if it wasn't for the pandemic.
I don't know about that, but I mean, the point is that, like I said, I mean, between the Streamlabs store, the Patreon, the PayPal, the YouTube, there's like 4 1099s plus the 1099 from Social Insecurity. All that has
Are
to
you
be
gonna
entered
write
into a tax return.
Are you gonna write your elf ears off as a business expense?
Well, it is kind of a business expense because it's part.
It is.
It's
Well,
part
that's
of
what
my.
I'm saying. It's a business expense.
It's part
You
of
should
my.
write
It's
that
part
off.
of my stage prop. Yeah. My point is that
Even
So-
the Boone's Farm was technically write-offable. I mean, it was for your Christmas party, and it was part of your show. And through the Boone's Farm, you made additional money. You know, a lot of people donated because you did something you've never done before.
hey, I know that. And if Ed hadn't become a wet blanket in the end, we probably could have gotten more money out of that deal.
Oh, totally. If Ed wouldn't have became a goddamn wet blanket, I think it was just where he was sitting, Michelle. You had him sitting at like the most uncomfortable masturbation station I could imagine. It was fucking like a wooden chair. The guy's got back problems, so he's, you know, like hunched over while sitting up straight. And
right.
you should have put him in the bed. Like, how about the next show we do, Michelle? Why don't you and him sit in bed together, and we can do like a bedtime stories,
Pillow talk.
pillow
I don't
talk
know.
with Michelle
I
and Looney and Ed.
I don't know why he wants to sit in that chair. Before he was sitting in the kitchen table, and it was a little easier for him to work on it. I don't know why he wants to sit in that coffee table because it's so low. I think it was
Could you not get like an Ed, just like a chair next to you, Michelle, and some headphones, and you guys could just both be in the frame, sitting at the desk? Would that be possible? I think that'd probably be better. You guys could share a microphone. You'd be able to share speakers.
I made about $55 so far between all the Christmas things. I don't know if all those numbers are added in yet into the revenue, but at this point right now we have $55 from December. So, but
I think you got a lot more than 55.
I'm sure we did. But anyway, the
you
point
made like 70 on Saturday.
I don't know. The last few days are still processing with the revenue. But anyway, the point is that we got the convocation coming up. And so I'm looking forward to that because it's the start of my season. So that's why I'm looking forward to it. The money is nice, but it's not the main reason I do convocation every year. The convocation is kind of like here we go, guys. We're getting ready to start the big machine called snow season. You know, not that it's really necessarily exclusively to winter. Because Honest Tour can make snow too. You know, when winter season's still going on. He's on the couch snoozing. He's the other tourist and it's laying in bed. Yeah, and it's laying in the bedroom and Cat's laying on the couch.
Michelle, would you mind like peeking in real quick and seeing if Ed's got a boner?
No. I don't know why you guys.
Wouldn't mind doing that? Thanks.
I don't know why you guys are like that. I mean, it's disturbing to think about. You know.
What, Ed's boner? It's
I
just
don't know.
nature, Michelle. We all, morning wood. We all get it.
I'm sorry to say, but honestly, I think men, for the most part, are so weird because they're so fixated on that thing down there. I mean, their whole life revolves around that. It's
Michelle, I am a Scorpio, so therefore, this is what I do. You know this about Scorpios. This is just how
I know
we are.
the
We talk
Scorpio
like
women are similar. Yeah, I know.
Right. So, cut us a little slack. You know, it's just part of the astrology. It's just who we are.
Yeah, well, I'm not too much interested in that. It doesn't really apply to me, guys. I'm like, Aquarius Virgo, I don't give a damn about the sex part. I enjoy the pursuit of knowledge. That's what I love. I love learning things. So I love.
Michelle, does that ever walk around the house naked with you?
My life revolves around books and learning. That's what I enjoy.
But does Ed ever walk around the house naked with you around?
No.
Do you want me to get him to?
No.
Wow. Does he stink?
No, he doesn't.
These are all valid questions, I think.
Does Ed need any new clothes, Michelle?
I don't know when he wants to buy new clothes. I know people offered to take him down to Goodwill to get clothes.
I sent my grandpa some clothes for Christmas. He's, getting smaller, so he wants to keep buying like larges and extra large. And I'm like, Grandpa, you're like a medium now. There's nothing wrong with wearing clothes that fit.
No. Something with big clothes that fit. The thing is that.
Oh, Jesus.
I don't know. It's just.
Go get some coffee, Michelle. Go get some coffee.
I got some tea. I don't have coffee right now. The point is.
Start drinking some. Maybe pinch yourself a bit. Wake yourself up a bit here. You're yawning like
Get up
crazy.
and do a little dance.
Maybe stretch your legs or something.
Want to do a dance, Michelle?
No, I just, like I said, I'm just trying to get started. And then, like I said, in about an hour, I'm going to crawl back in bed and sleep for a few hours, because right now, Blizzard's doing maintenance on their game, so they won't be able to get on the game until it's done. Usually, by the time I get up, it'll be done. It'll be with 3 or 4. The game should be right back on the roll, ready to go.
Why are you so tired, Michelle?
I went to bed at 3 in the morning.
Oh, what were you
When
up
did you wake
for?
up, though? 8. You woke up at 8, right? 8, 9 o'clock? 6 hours?
It doesn't have any cell phones that are currently on any cell phone plan. He has a cell phone, but it's not on the cell phone plan right now.
Wow. Ed's just barely getting by in life, isn't he? Doesn't have a bank account.
Well,
Doesn't have a cell phone.
I did a video for him on his channel last night. And then we just uploaded this morning on my very slow Pokey VSDL, my VDSL, and I got done uploading it. Now I just gotta go ahead and I wonder what it looks like, and I'm gonna share out the links. So he said to me, "Why are you considered my administrator in my account?" I said, "Because somebody else has to sit there to organize your stuff. That would be me, because he doesn't know how to organize this file area." Yeah. So I'm his administrator on his account, like a manager. That works. That works for me. I mean, I don't mind doing that. He had one. He got rid of that. It was a piece of shit. Didn't work for him. And then
The Obama phone didn't work for him?
He had a regular T-Mobile phone too, which unfortunately he couldn't afford $50 a month for it. I think that's a bunch of hockey pucks, because that doesn't make any sense. Why do you think you can't afford it? Considering the fact it's that $50 a month? Oh, I'm sorry, that cuts into your hobbies and your beer money. Well, I don't know. You could have had LTE speed. You could have been uploading that video that took over 5 hours. Could have been uploaded in about 50 minutes. 1080p. Yeah, they do suck.
Did you have any breakfast?
Not yet.
Not yet.
I was gonna make some oatmeal, but the water wasn't quite hot enough yet. So I'm gonna have some after the show.
I'm gonna try making egg rolls this week.
Oh, you are?
Yeah, I'm gonna try it. I've been looking up recipes for it. I'm hoping they turn out good.
Yeah, like I said, he has different priorities than me. But when he said to me, he said he had spent how much on a video card? He was starting to chimp out, and he said that some of the video cards are going for $300. I'm like, well, you know, Ed, I'm trying to find the least expensive one, but right now, no one's really selling them cheap. Well, maybe after Christmas they might. When people upgrade their computers to equipment and they have the older video cards, you know, don't know what to do with them. Maybe then I might get a good deal on a used video card.
Well, listen, I think Gianni's right. Ed does spend a lot on beer, but if Ed wants to drink on a party show with Michelle, I say that's fine. You know, I think there's.
Yeah, I don't see any problem with somebody who's drinking, even if they drink every day. But if he has an issue with controlling his anger, that's the issue I have. I mean, I'm not going to tell anybody, you know, don't drink, don't have any beers. But man, if you get violent, that's messed up.
I don't think Ed can really handle his beer too much anymore, Michelle.
Well, what I mean by chimp out is, let me explain. He said to me, he said, you really think it's worth spending $300 on a video card? He said, I would never spend that much. I said, well, I wouldn't either if I could find a cheaper source of the video card with the EFI boot ROM. But right now, I'm not finding anything right now. So when I say chimp out, meaning he's starting to jabber a bit about the price of the card. And I told him, I said, well, you know, I said, if I could find a card for $150 to $200, I've seen the generic ones, the PC ones without the EFI boot ROM upgrade for about $150 for the same card. But once you throw in the EFI boot ROM, all of a sudden then the card goes up another friggin' $100.
Michelle, Ed's problem is that he doesn't have $400 to spend on a gift card, nor does he get a video
card, not a gift card. Oh, well, I guess if you were to give me a video card, I guess that would be a gift card, right?
You get what I'm saying. He doesn't have the money to spend. You get all the money from these shows. He always tells you to turn the show off when you're milking the dollar sign, so to speak. He always wants to control your show, Michelle. And because of that, he doesn't want you to spend $200, $300 on something that's going to make your show better. That's really what it is with Ed. And we've got our own opinions on buying Macintosh equipment. None of us want to see you do that. But at the same time, it's your money. So if you want to do it, you do it. We gave you the money to do whatever you want with it. But don't listen to fucking Ed. Ed's a little bitch. He needs to stop drinking so much and yelling at
well, you
Michelle.
I'm going to say one thing.
And for him to sit there and tell you not to spend something on something that you can hold physically in your hand while he drinks away hundreds of dollars of alcohol.
Right.
You do what you want, Michelle. If it makes you happy, then you do it.
Well, like I said, the other thing is that, you know, the video card is, you know, I can't control what people are selling the video cards for. But I'm hoping that maybe after Christmas, somebody may have gotten their computer upgraded, and they've got a better video card, they don't need the old one anymore, they just want to dump it. And maybe that might be what might happen.
Michelle, if you wait like 6 months into 2022, video card prices should drop because Ethereum mining is no longer going to be a thing. And when that occurs, everybody that buys video cards for like $500 to $600 is going to be selling all their video cards because there's nothing to do with them anymore. So just wait it out.
Wait a minute. You just dropped a big fat hot goober on my plate here. What do you mean 2022 Ethereum won't be worth mining anymore?
Right. In 2022, they're switching from proof of work, which requires graphics cards to run the calculations to keep the transactions moving, to proof of stake, where if you just accumulate and you hold it, then whoever holds the most does the calculations. So basically, in 6 months, graphics cards will no longer be used for mining Ethereum.
They'd rather be
the
using
cost
a
of graphics
dedicated
cards will go down.
mathematical processor system. Like an ASIC miner, something that basically is designed specifically for mining. So how would that work with proof of work?
Proof of work has no mining involved. It's like a server that keeps a log of all of the Ethereum and all of the different accounts. Basically, institutions it goes to like a banking style where the institutions monitor all the transactions instead of the users. So you don't have. So in 6 months, if you wait, video cards will be a lot cheaper. A lot cheaper.
But what about the fact is that one thing that also is affecting the automotive industry with new cars is that they can't get the new chips because the new chips are still not being produced because there's a shortage of chip fabrication. I mean, that's...
Well, the chip producers are in like Hong Kong, which just got fucking annihilated by the CCP during the Hong Kong riots, which led up to COVID. So therefore, yeah, there's going to be chip shortages because we got a goddamn pandemic bullshit going on mixed in with the CCCP, you know?
Alright. Now what about the mainland China chip fabricators? I know there are some. Foxconn, probably a few of the smaller shops that make the chips for automotive and for computer embedded processors. I mean, how are they going to manage? They got to increase the production, but I know that they've been having rolling blackouts in parts of China right now.
Yeah, so just wait it out, Michelle. If you can wait 6 months, just wait it out. You know, wait until after the holidays, like you were saying. Prices will come down. It'll be in your best interest to wait if you really want to spend 3 to 4. And then in that time frame, you can save up more money.
Well, the problem is we don't know how long World of Warcraft is going to keep running on High Sierra either. So that's the problem.
So run until it's the deadline, and then start looking at buying.
They didn't give a deadline. They don't have a deadline. There is no deadline. It's an end of life.
Use it.
So, in other words, it could be disabled at any time. That's the whole problem. I mean, we're running a bit of a problem where we don't know what the deadline's going to be. So we're trying to get things moved before the deadline so we don't have to worry about messing up our live streaming. But that's what I've said. I did find a deal in a GTX 770 from Texas, but that means that we have to spray the card with insecticide to make sure there's no raspberry crazy ants in there. That's the one thing about Houston. I don't like my stuff from Texas because they got raspberry crazy ants. I want to make sure that there's no raspberry crazy ants in my CPU.
Yeah, why do you got raspberry ants inside of your computer?
Because they're an invasive species from South America.
Raspberry ants?
They're very tiny ants. They actually basically do something worse than cockroaches do. Because they're attracted to electricity. When they get zapped, all of a sudden they send out a pheromone response that causes more crazy ants to swarm the device and destroy it. Kind of a strange way.
Ed probably put those ants inside of your computer.
This is very different than German cockroaches, which tend to basically love the electric fields, but they kind of get messy around them. But these guys, when they die, they send out a pheromone that says that everybody else who attacked the electronic device.
Michelle, have you ever seen a German cockroach?
Yeah, I've seen plenty of German cockroaches. Because I still have quite a few of them. I have a lot of American and German roaches here. I think we even had some Asian too.
It's like World War II in your apartment.
Pretty much. German roaches will blitzkrieg. They'll go right in.
You too.
We throw boric acid everywhere, but it's
German cockroaches, Asian cockroaches. You got any silverfish, Michelle?
What new?
I haven't seen silverfish. Oh, I got fleas though for the cat.
Damn.
Boric acid works on fleas too. So The problem is if we put some boric acid on the couch and it sleeps on that, it's going to desiccate his skin. That wouldn't be good for him. So,
Who is it?
no, they're called crazy ants. It's named after the exterminator who discovered them in Texas. His last name was Raspberry, like the computer. That's his real name. And he was an exterminator who discovered them, and they're native to South America, and they came up through Mexico. And they, of course, are spreading. They're an invasive species, and they're coming into the United States through Mexico. And so they destroy lots of electronics. In fact, Houston's Johnson Control, Mission Control, had a bad problem with them too. It destroyed a lot of the computer systems that they were using for Mission Control. In fact, they were the ones who originally called in Raspberry to actually diagnose what these ants were, and he later found out the official name, but everybody was calling them Raspberry Crazy Ants because he was the one who discovered that they do these weird, strange dancing motions. Very hypnotic. They're about the size of a flea. I mean, they're really small. So that's the reason why normally I don't buy stuff from Texas. But right now, I'm getting kind of desperate, and so, I mean, the GTX 770 is a pretty good card. I mean, even if it is got 2 gigabytes of RAM in it, I can get cards from Australia too, which have 4 gigabytes of RAM and are halfway decent cards. But I don't know if the airmail is running. So, I mean, how long is that going to take to get here from Australia? I don't know. It's just frustrating. Getting things that we need. So 6 months for Ethereum to be changed over to a new system is interesting, but I don't know if I can wait 6 months. Yes. Crazy, not greasy. Crazy, because the way they dance is crazy. They got a crazy dance to them, not greasy dance.
I would just save up for a regular PC, Michelle. Get rid of those Macs. You wouldn't even have this problem if you had a regular PC. You wouldn't have to worry about getting a video card or.
What about just getting like an escort, maybe for Christmas? Like between the two of you, Ed and yourself. How do you feel about black women, Michelle?
What? Hold on a minute.
How do you feel about black women?
I don't really think that's. Hold on a minute. Let me get a call here.
Maybe it's a black woman calling.
You hung up on me. All right, so I have nothing against black women. Why does everybody always ask me a question? Like,
nobody said that you had anything against it. He wanted to know how you felt about them.
You find them attractive? Would you rather have a white woman, maybe an Asian one?
Everyone has a preference.
What's your preference? Yeah, there you go. Thank you, Leo. What's your preference, Michelle? What kind of gals do you like?
There was a black lady I liked that could have dated. I wanted to date her, but for some reason we lost touch. She liked me too. I liked her. We both were staying in the same shelter. She slipped on the bunk right above me.
For $200, you could probably get a black woman and an Asian woman just for a night or two.
No. Right now, I'm not interested in dating anyone for money.
Oh, it's not dating. They're not paying them to date them. You're paying them to leave, basically.
Well, anyway, like I said, so the video card thing goes. Let's get back to that real quick because I didn't get full I didn't even get full closure on this. I looked at a couple ideas through the the ball around the court like this. Like, okay, get the GT640, it's $119 card, 2 gigabytes of RAM. That would be fine for playing World of Warcraft. But then the guy said, yeah, but your streaming is going to suck because you're going to drop frames because it doesn't have the built-in MPEG encoder. He said to go get a 660 or better. I'm like, okay, fine. I found a 670, I found a 680, I found a 770, I found a 780. I'm like, oh my god, what am I going to get? Originally, I was using AMD, now we're going to NVIDIA. Now I got to figure out which, yeah. It seems like...
So, OBS has an encoder built into it, Michelle. You don't need to buy a video card with an encoder. If you use OBS, it already has one built in.
No, it uses a software program to do it with the video card itself. The video card, if it has the MVEC, can actually do the work and take it off the processor versus having this video card here has that built in, so OBS doesn't have to do any of the work. It just sends the instructions to the video card that you process it. Whereas if I have to do it, it's going to drop frames. Which means that I probably have to upgrade my CPU, which is already what's it, 1 point something gigahertz? How fast is this damn chip? Hold on a minute, let me check something. I'm actually curious how fast this is. It is a 2.66 gigahertz quad core Intel Xenon. Okay. Don't ask me about, you're going to go ahead and upgrade your processor now, too?
We'll just buy a whole new
computer. At that point, you might as well just get a new PC if you're going to do all that, yeah.
Well, the point is that this machine is the core part of the whole operations here. We need to keep this one running.
No, you don't, Michelle. You just get a new computer and you leave that one running.
Ed said to me, says, why don't you get yourself a new Mac Mini, like an M1 Mac Mini, and then basically put that in the bedroom? I was like, yeah. Except the new M1 and Mac Mini with 200 and, 512 gigabyte hard drive and 16 gigabytes of RAM for an M1 is not exactly totally that cheap.
So do it. Get the M1.
I can get an i5 Mac Mini, an older i5 Mac Mini, which would be fine. Same with about a couple gigabytes of RAM, a couple terabytes of hard drive storage. And I said the problem is if I needed to basically bring the video, then I have to run an HDMI cable over to the other computer if it didn't have enough horsepower, and then basically, which it does, an i5 should have plenty. It supports metal. I don't see why it would need it. But then again, I don't know what the video card inside the Mac Mini is using. Because it's not like the Mac Pro where you can put another video card in. Now I paid extra for the video card, which is based on the 7970, or so that I could go ahead and have the MPEG encoder so I can streamcast videos, which was a good start because it makes a difference. So that's the reason why I tried to come up with the best solution. Well, actually, I like the Mac a lot because it's it's a homogeneous environment. Everything integrates. My phone integrates with it. If I had an iPad, that would integrate with it. What's
the problem?
And on screen sharing software, so I can easily monitor all my Macs from one Mac instead of having to go with multiple Macs.
You only use one Mac, Michelle. It's not like you're running multiple Macs. So, that feature really doesn't matter to you. That's pretty relevant.
Well, it's kind of nice because, for example, I can use the screen sharing, fire it up on my laptop so I can actually control my desktop from my laptop. So I can remote.
Yeah, right. I see the positives. Now, Michelle, what's the fucking problem? Like, what you just need more money? Just need some more money to buy it? Is that what the problem is? Because I think the M1 is the way to go.
Well, right now the problem is that we're not sure how much money we're going to be getting. See here, I don't know when don't forget, I might be making money back my earned income tax credit too. Don't forget that. I'll be eligible for the EIC.
Do you have a savings fund at all? Do you ever like put money aside to like?
I have money in my savings. Yes, I have some in my savings. Yes, I have some available on my credit card I didn't spend because I'm trying to pay off my credit card. Yes, I could theoretically use my credit card. I could theoretically throw money in from my savings. I could throw it all together as a big giant financial souffle. Not make sure I still pay the bills in the process. That's all.
Oh God, Michelle, you always got complaints. That's always the topic of the show. We always have like problems. We never have solutions or plans for the future. We need more of those, Michelle.
Well, I just gotta be careful. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah, you do have to be careful. There's a lot of shady old people named Ed out there. You got to be careful of them.
I didn't Tiger. You want to join the panel real quick? Yeah.
Hey, Josephine, Juniper, let's get her back on.
Josephine was already here. But Tiger Kitty wasn't here yet.
She said she was coming back, and now I'm all sad because
I
she
can see Joe wants to come on anyway. See if they'll both come on. I don't know. So there is definitely, like you said, 6 months. I don't know. Like I said, I don't know if we can wait 6 months. That's asking for too much.
How many months can you wait, Michelle?
What?
How many months can you wait?
I don't know how long it is before the game will no longer run on my Mac on High Sierra. That's just it.
How many?
I don't know.
1 month?
They didn't give a date. I don't have a date.
He's saying theoretically, Michelle, say the game went down today. How long could you wait before you have to play it again? Say the game went down today.
I'm so attached. I'm so attached to that game. I wouldn't be able to wait too long without the game. I have to get the game going because it's becoming a major part of the. How you doing, Tiger Kitty?
Hey, Tiger Kitty. Good morning.
Hi, morning, Kitty.
Yeah, how you doing?
Morning.
Maybe you should try and detach yourself from the game a bit there, Michelle, and come back to reality a bit, and you'd be able to wait. They quit obsessing over the World of Warcraft so much, and you'll be fine.
The winter time is
Then
hard
you get yourself
because
like a brand new computer, Michelle, an M1.
Save up for a new PC. That's probably your best bet at this point.
Don't you want to get like a brand new computer? You keep buying like 10 years old equipment.
This is a 2009 Mac Pro, which has been working
so
well for
12
me.
years old, Michelle, almost 13 years old. Skynet's saying buy something new. That way you don't have to upgrade. You don't have to worry about things not working on it.
It works fine, though. It's just a video card has to be upgraded.
Because you're having to buy a new video card for it, and you're worried about upgrading it. So clearly it doesn't work fine.
Morning, Jojo.
How you doing, Jojo?
Morning, Jojo.
Yeah, but, okay, guys, the point I'm trying to get at here, let's not totally get lost here in the subject, all right? Which is this. Right now, I just need the video card so I can go ahead and upgrade to Catalina, and then I'm all set. And then we'll be all set for the time being. That's all I'm trying to say.
Well, go get a video card then.
Well, the thing is does anybody has a good link to a video card that has a Mac EFI boot ROM in it? So we'll be all set to go.
There you go. If you had a regular PC, you wouldn't have to worry about finding a
I got a generic PC video card already, but it isn't. The problem is that you need a new video card so you can switch operating systems. So if the other video card, if the computer goes pear-shaped, you can't even use the boot screen to change to another operating system because it won't work. So that's the problem.
More reason to get a new computer.
I already went through all this over and over again. Almost blew my head off trying to figure out what to do here. Oh, yeah, let's not forget the fact that there's a bit of a space crunch over here. Because, well, I did reduce the size of the big storage drive down a lot to petition it out for more space for Windows upgrade. So we can shove more RAM in there, or disk space in there for Windows 10. Because I have Windows 10 petition also.
Well,
and
why
boot
use Windows
camp.
10, Michelle, if you're on a Mac? You know, that's defeats the purpose, right? I mean,
Well, the
you don't
point
need Windows.
is it's my Mac, it's part of my desktop, and it's what I do. So, you know, this is a Mac shop. We don't even have Windows. We don't even have Linux in here anymore. We got rid of Linux
Right,
too.
Michelle, I'm going to say this like layman's terms. You're a very clever lady. You know what you're doing. Get that fucking Ed out of your fucking house. Right? Oh, God.
Yeah. Well, I don't think
He's trouble.
I don't think Ed's the part of the problem here. I think the problem is like I said, is trying to find a video card that isn't gonna clean me out financially.
So what if you get a new video card and Ed just gets drunk and breaks your computer? I mean,
Theoretically
then you're all
speaking,
done.
these are actually used video cards that were flashed. The problem is
You can't
that
understand. I've been in 4 abusive relationships here. I know what's going on here. That's all I'm going to say. I'm going to go now. I wish you well. I love you to bits.
yeah. All right. Let's see what's comments coming next. I don't think so, Brian. Oh, let's see. When Brian K said, I think L. Lewis is living in apartment 3.
Yeah, jump off in here.
Who's L. Lewis? I don't know any of these people. Do you think that she can hear Ed's guttural shouts from there? I don't know what that means. Michelle, is L. Lewis still around your apartment? I don't know who L. Lewis is. She's in apartment number 1. Oh, who's in apartment number 1? Can Stacey Morgan ever hear Ed say no? I don't know who she is, but no, I don't think so. I'm sure people in 7 can, though. Just right next to us. Link to Stuff Queen. Let's see. Yes, Michelle. Let me. Okay, that was associated with his name in 2021. Who is? Whose phone number is that? I don't know. All right. Anyway, the point is that all I know is that okay, 6 months. I'm not saying right after Christmas that probably the video cards will come down a little bit, because then anybody who's already had a PC upgrade is going to want to upgrade. Because right now, currently the video card I have now is a regular standard off-the-shelf PC video card. But every time I want to try to change operating systems, I gotta take that out and put the old GT120 in, which is not supported with the new EFI boot ROM. Thus, everything crashes and burns. And so, thus, I need a video card that has the proper metal API, and that's one of the reasons why I'm getting frustrated right now with the whole business. Because it's like, oh, Lord.
Oh, Lord. Lordy me.
Michelle, you should take some advice, though. People are giving you good advice.
Man, Michelle doesn't take advice. Tiger Kitty, you can tell her whatever you want, but Michelle's stuck in her ways.
Tiger
won't
Kitty
listen to
hasn't said
anybody.
anything yet.
Yeah, you can. It's a brick wall. You're talking to a brick wall.
How
there.
much does that cheapskate charging these tweakers to camp out illegally in the backyard? They're not camping. There's no one in those campers. They're empty.
What are they doing? Are they just sleeping in there?
They're just storing the campers there.
I bet the homeless use them for the sex, Michelle.
Yeah. Gotta have a nice private room for that.
Yep.
The police get mad.
If
Okay.
these campers are rocking, don't come a knocking unless you're wanting to be fucked.
Yeah, well, like I said, I mean, I really seriously just want to get this darn project done once and for all. Get it done with. Get a computer upgraded to high C or to big or Mojave or Catalina, so I can continue to guarantee the things are gonna keep running for another 2 to 4 years, and then I can basically plan ahead in 2 to 4 years. I don't want to have to sit there keep basically beating my head against the friggin' wall. Since now that Apple's gone to ARM, which is a variation on PowerPC, which is also RISC. So theoretically speaking, now you might say, "Well, why don't you go get yourself an M1 Mac or MacBook? Mac Mini." Well, could do that too, but that's still gonna be about $699 for the base model with 8 GB of RAM. What's it?
Well, just keep saving your money, Michelle. You'll get there eventually. Just keep
8
saving up.
GB of RAM,
Save it up.
250 gigabyte SSD module in the M1 Mac Mini. But they say you really should probably go for 16 gigabytes of RAM and about a 1 terabyte for the top of the line one, so you can have plenty of RAM, so you don't run into swap issues. I know that sounds boring, but it's just the way it is.
Yeah.
Just save it up, Michelle. Save your money.
Just save your money, Michelle. You'll be all right. Save up for a couple months, get a new PC. You know, if you don't have to play World of Warcraft for like a month or two, it's not going to kill you.
Wow, look what Stan said. He saw smoke coming out of one of the RVs.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, someone's probably smoking crack back there, Stan, or meth or something, dude. There's people living in there, man.
Guys, I don't know anything about the RVs. I just know that there's a few parked out there. That's all I know.
So why don't you go out there and knock on the door, see if anyone answers?
I'm not going to do that. It's none of my damn business.
Well, you live there, so it kind of is your business, you know?
Is it a nice area? I mean, I wouldn't park my RV.
I mean, if someone came and parked their RV in my driveway, I'm not going to just let it sit there. I'm going to question it and see who's inside. Maybe go party with them, depending upon who it is.
Guys,
you might want to know about the MicheleMarieDalene show.
Yeah, you got a network, Michelle. Maybe you can tell them about your channel and possibly get them on your channel.
Oh, that would be great content.
Yeah, this is Camper John here. Just find some new random characters.
Well, I know one person that has a camper that basically they're working on. That one is not in any livable condition at this point because where the air conditioner was, they took the air conditioner off and they just got the hole covered where the air conditioner was. So that one's not in any livable condition, at least not right now. You'd freeze to death. All right. The other ones, I don't know anything about them. There's a couple construction trailers back there. That's all I know. Whose numbers are you talking about? I don't know. The point is like I said, is that I'm still trying to find. So, does anybody know anything about the GTX 780? That was one of the cars offered.
I only know about the 760, Michelle. Sorry.
Well, does anybody know anything about the 770, 7080 from GTX NVIDIA? I'm trying to find out something about these cars before I pull the trigger on one, because I might have a good lead on one.
Michelle, what's the number for the soup kitchen? 860-703?
860-738-71. Okay, that's my studio number. 860-738-2449. 860-738-2449. That's to speak to Carrie.
2449. All right. I got this. All right.
Michelle, did you get hold of the Salvation Army in your town? They're giving out food parcels.
We didn't even talk to them about even a turkey this year. So, no,
can I text to Carrie, please? Not unless your name is Carrie, because I got a beef to pick with that cocksucker. I heard she's trying to shut down the soup kitchen, and there's many people who need it. And I just want to talk to that cunt. And my name's. Oh, you want to know who you're talking to? Yeah. My name. Yeah, I do. And this cocksucker is trying to shut down the soup kitchen, and there are plenty of people who need it, including myself. The other person named what? Who needs it? Well, there's Mike Vitale, there's Ray Orson, there's MicheleMarieDalene. Plenty of people.
MicheleMarieDalene.
We all need the food. You know, we're in a pandemic. Yeah, Carrie did, because trying to
Ask him why we don't even bother get a chance to eat inside anymore. We used to be able to eat inside in the wintertime.
Carrie never said that? How come we don't get to eat inside anymore, sir? It's cold outside.
You have to follow the law.
You have to follow. So you're not shutting down the soup kitchen?
No, but we still open every day.
Oh, well, I was informed that Carrie was trying to shut down the soup kitchen.
Oh, no, she's not shutting this down. I don't know where you get your information from. We're not shutting down.
Ask George, because that's who you're talking to, Paul. Ask George why they're not letting people come in for lunch to eat lunch in the soup kitchen.
5 days a week.
Michelle, they're not shutting down the soup kitchen, Michelle. Michelle, what are you talking about? You're getting me in trouble with George
Ask
here
George
now. George
why they're not letting people to come inside to eat their meals inside the soup kitchen.
Well, Michelle, there's laws. People can't come inside. We're in a pandemic. People can't gather up. Oh, yeah. Yeah, this lady with elf ears told me that they're not serving anybody anymore and they're trying to shut down the soup kitchen, George. Oh, so she's lying. So Michelle's just lying and being lazy and not going to the soup kitchen.
Actually, I got it from another source. That was what I was told from another source.
You know what? I'm going to take it up with her.
Tell George that I heard this from another source that was being closed, not that I think it's being closed, because I'm saying that the source is not correct. But I still want to know why the soup kitchen isn't bothering allowing us to eat in. When you can go into a restaurant, you can eat in a restaurant.
I got some lady talking in my ear. I can't hear you right now, man. What were you saying?
I'm one of the board of directors, and I volunteer on Tuesdays.
Oh, yeah. Someone has informed me that they were shutting down the soup kitchen. I was really angry about that, but George is telling me that no one is shutting down the soup kitchen. Oh, so I got just misinformation from somebody.
Yeah, I don't know how these rumors get started, but no, absolutely not.
Okay, I appreciate that, man, because, the holidays are coming up. There's a lot of hungry people out there. I'm getting a little worried. It's getting, I just panicked. I'm sorry, ma'am. I just had a panic attack. I'm sorry, ma'am. I really do apologize.
No need to apologize.
Yeah, all right. No one is closing. You know what? I am. I'm gonna run through the streets of Winstead and spread the word. Thank you, man. Michelle, no one's closing down the soup kitchen. What are you fucking talking about, Michelle?
Well, you better be sure that someone tells Ed, because Ed still thinks they are, and it's just it. I don't know why Ed's getting these rumors.
Where did you get this crazy idea? Michelle, you're the one who put the idea in Ed's head. Who told you this crazy idea that they're
Ed told me, not me telling him.
How the fuck would Ed know? He doesn't even go to the soup kitchen,
I've always told Ed that
Michelle.
I think he's wrong, but...
Oh, Michelle, you'll believe anything you hear, won't you?
No, that's why I didn't say I believed everything I hear.
You've been robbing yourself of the soup kitchen for weeks.
All right, so let's go with the basic facts for everybody in the Winston area. Number one, the soup kitchen is not closing down. Number two, you're still not allowed to eat inside. They claim it's because of the pandemic, but somehow I think that's not quite correct either. Considering you can go to ABC Pizza, eat inside. You can go to McDonald's, you can eat inside. You can go to almost any restaurant you can eat inside.
Homeless people tend to be a bit more unclean. Like they tend not to be able to take care of themselves as much, which is acceptable because they're homeless. It's understandable, but they're more at risk of having the diseases. So I can understand people not wanting a lot of people gathering.
No, John, that's not trying to get more donations. Not far from it. I don't think. No. I think that he thought this because it seemed like Carrie didn't even want to bother open this winter, and I think I can see his point there. Because let's be honest, you would think that the soup kitchen would be like, "Oh wait a minute, let's make sure these people could eat a meal, have a place to eat, sit down and warm it up in the microwave or whatever." That's what I think came down to. And I understand his point. Also, I've heard from George that they also had a shortage of volunteers.
Yeah, now I'm going to have to call the soup kitchen with Ed's voice now, Michelle. I didn't want to have to do all this. Now my day was fucking ruined now. I'm going to have to harass these people at the soup kitchen now.
Speaking
for
of
a good hour.
that, what's the name of that software that lets you load up anyone's voice and sound like them? There's a program that does it, similar to Photoshop. It's for audio.
I don't know. What I'm calling is Edward Mitchell. You know, I'm gonna hit him with a couple
All right,
headlines.
So let's see
you know.
what Leo. What do you think about what we've heard on the phone?
About what? Them shutting down the soup
I
kitchen?
dare you to meet me.
Yeah, we're gonna have to call with Ed's voice.
Dude, I'm a mafia person.
Yeah, we'll
Yeah,
get
what
this
is there to think?
Come and meet me in person.
Yeah, Michelle, you've been robbing
All
yourself
right,
of
all
the
right,
soup
all
kitchen
right,
for
all right.
weeks now.
So I asked Leo a question and you answered it, but Leo never got a chance to.
That was Leo's voice. You just heard it. Here, Leo, say it again.
I said, what do you mean? What do I think? I don't understand what your question is.
What do you think about the fact that the soup kitchen is still not physically open for people to eat in?
Oh, well, it's COVID. I mean, it sucks, but we've kind of got to adjust to the rules.
Yeah.
Just bring it home and eat it.
You sound like a fucking faggot.
Yeah, there we go.
Well, right now we haven't had to bring it home and eat it because we have so much food stamps that basically we have plenty here.
Right. I was going to say, I thought you said that you really have no need for the soup kitchen because you get a bunch of food stamps. That's
Right.
why the real reason you haven't been going. Not that they're shutting down, it's just that you have no need to do it.
Right.
So Paul called, under the assumption that you heard that they were going to shut down, but that wasn't.
Well, that's because that's what Ed told me. He thought they were going to close because the lease expires in 2022. I don't know. I really don't know what the story is, but at least one sense we have from George, anyway, that the soup kitchen is not closing, that it just seems frustrating enough for people that they want to get their lives back together. And every year it seems like these powers to be are creating a new virus specifically to keep us out of having our normal lives.
So you just want the soup kitchen for to socialize, not for the food.
Socialization is part of the whole meal. It's not just the only part.
Oh.
We'll go to a regular restaurant.
That's not their fault, Michelle. They have to go by what the rules are.
CBC rules. Yeah, just go to a McDonald's or something, Michelle. You can do the same thing there. I mean, what's
I know, I do.
Once in a while. Have to be at the homeless shelter. I mean, why not make just make some.
After all, you see me do videos for McDonald's. You know I go to McDonald's.
Yeah, I mean, you've done a video, recently, but I'm saying if you want to socialize with people and eat, just go to McDonald's and then just do it there, or, like a restaurant. It doesn't have to. Why does it have to be the soup kitchen?
You realize that phone number, guy, Brian K. That phone number is no longer in business, right? We turned that phone off years ago.
I mean, you could sit in front of your apartment and socialize. I mean, you could do it. You can socialize anywhere,
Just, you know what, Brian? I don't necessarily disagree with you in that at all. But the thing is that, well, alright. So then we get the answer. Of course, I don't blame George getting a little defensive when you start saying cocksucker and all this. It just says, hi, my name is Paul. I happen to visit the soup kitchen. I was told by someone that you guys are closing soup kitchen. I mean, I do appreciate you finding out the answer, but I think the beginning of your phone call was a little bit inflammatory.
Michelle, sometimes you gotta be persistent. You have to. You have to get people's
be
attention.
Persistent is one thing. Being arrogant is a completely different story.
Yeah, you just grab their attention, Michelle. Like whenever I do a job interview, you like to separate yourself from people. You don't want to walk into a job interview and shake the person's hand and say hi. You got to separate yourself from people. Hey, what's up? I'm here for the cockfucking job. What do you got to offer? What do you got?
Yeah, that's gonna work.
You come off a little bit rude, but the person's like, hey, that guy's got moxie. I like it. So.
I think okay. Stan says a soup kitchen is supposed to provide food, not a lounging area for.
Yeah, fair enough. Right.
The soup
Fair
kitchen
enough.
also in Winston actually does both. It's actually you get there for 2
Not-
hours, from 9 until about 1. Okay, people. It's such a small community that they have a social environment. They have continental breakfast. You could go in there and have donuts and coffee and talk to other people at the same time. You got people drinking coffee, listening to the radio, whatever, talking to each other quietly, and talking about how fast them trucks can go. And the point is then at lunchtime, 11:30, we all go eat, and then sometimes there's leftovers, sometimes there's not. There's breads to take home, there's soups, there's things like that.
Michelle, do you ever give back to the soup kitchen? Do you ever donate to the soup kitchen?
Yeah, I have
Or
a
do you
couple
just-
times.
Oh, have you? That's good.
I also
I would hope you
donate a
wouldn't
lot
be
of my
just leeching all
time.
those meals for years
I've
on end and
also
not
ran
give anything back.
I've also ran PSAs for the soup kitchen too. Personal public service
Don't you feel a little
announcements.
bit like bad though, taking stuff from the soup kitchen when you don't necessarily need it?
I gave stuff
I mean,
back too, so it's not like I take. A lot of time I don't take anything. I'll just come in there, eat a meal, and just go home.
Well, that's you taking, Michelle. That'd be you taking.
And
is
then
eating the
I
meal.
also bring things back that I donate to the soup kitchen as well.
Well, that's good. I mean, at
Do
least
they
you
take
donate.
it back?
Yeah, they take it. Things like clothing, things like that, I'll put in bags. I'll bring it and put it on the giving table, and that's what I do. Especially,
Oh,
sometimes as I get bigger,
nice.
I
I thought
need.
you meant food.
I mean, don't you feel bad though? At the same time, though, I mean that's for like people on the streets who have no food at all. But I mean, don't you feel kind of bad or guilty taking like a meal from the soup kitchen, knowing that you don't need it? It's like you just being lazy instead of cooking. You go to the soup kitchen. Don't you feel
Well,
a bit bad about that?
right now we're cooking. No, because originally what the problem was before Ed came here, we didn't have enough food stamps to do anything. I physically couldn't really do much. Shopping was a real chore. So the soup kitchen was pretty much where I'd get a meal because of what little food stamps I had of the $199 for the month was, cutting into our budget. We didn't have the money for food to get to, like, the grocery store. We'd go to Cumberland Farms, grab stuff from Cumberland Farms and bring it back here. But everything at Cumberland Farms costs at least $3 to $5. So then you end up, $199. That doesn't last long. So then it's like, what's that I
Well, why
want
are
for
you
food?
shopping at a gas station?
Because
It's
that's
like
the closest way to get food right now. But that was before we had Instacart. Now we have Instacart. Now that they take EBT Snap, it's a little better. You gotta go shopping how you can get it. If you don't have a car, if it's for you, stop at Cumberland Farms is right across the street from your house. Hey, you're gonna go shopping there. Okay. Now of course Instacart delivers, but I mean, our refrigerator is packed full now, so we're not shortage on food.
I kind of feel like your computer situation is like the soup kitchen situation, Michelle. Like, like your computer will run just fine without this video card for years on end if you don't get it. It's just something you kind of have,
Yeah, but I won't
ingrained in your
play
head.
World
Right,
of Warcraft
so you
for
don't
years.
even need a video card. It's
Yeah,
my
but
point.
As like
You're
I said,
stressing out about the video card.
the problem is that two things. Number one, World of Warcraft is not going to run for years on end without the video card. Okay? That's the problem. That's the thing that's going to get it done now. Get the High Sierra or Catalina installed now, because if you don't, you're not
I would say
gonna...
not play World of Warcraft for a couple months. Cancel your subscription, save like
I'm
the
not going
$20
to
a
cancel the
month.
subscription because I already got a lot of my time and energy invested in it.
Well, Michelle, if you cancel it, you can always renew it. It's not going to be gone forever if you don't cancel it. You can cancel it for like 3-4 months, save $100 on the money, and then upgrade that. Just play something else. There's tons of games out there. It's not like World. There's tons of games. There's tons of games out there, Michelle. You don't need to play World of Warcraft I mean, there's many similar games to it. You can play for free.
Yeah, I know, but I've already invested over total money into certain things, so I want to keep playing that certain things because I'm working on it, but I do have other games. I do play ESL, for example.
I'll save some money up. What's that cost you? $20 a month? You've been playing that for 3-4 years. That adds up to, if my math is right, you probably invested over $500-600 into that game already when you could have saved all that money and just bought a new computer by now. I mean, it's kind of a waste of money, you know?
I didn't. No, wait. That's not what I said. I don't. It's not that I take food back that I haven't eaten. That's not what I said at all. Let me explain. They also take donations of clothing as well. Okay. So anything that I have clothing that's either too small or whatever, I'll donate, or if I get something like a little electronic knick-knack or something I don't need, I'll put it on the donations table. Tracking dirtbags is that they have a long list of areas, accounts, places of residence. Why would you want to track it anyway? It's not worth it. Let's see. So I never bring food to soup kitchen. Of course, I do bring canned food once in a while, but I make sure the cans are not dented. I make sure the cans are not scratched. Make sure the cans are not rusty.
Some of your donation money, Michelle, that you get up from your show and donate it to the soup kitchen. I mean, you've been eating there for years. Why not, give back a little bit to the world? Pay it forward. If you get donation, go donate it. Donate some of it somewhere else.
Have you thought about maybe Michelle was thinking about using her earned income credit for that purpose? Yeah, that was one thing Michelle was thinking about.
Yeah, I'm sure it was just a short thought,
though. But Michelle wants to make sure it goes directly to the soup kitchen and not the United Way. So she has to make sure to give them a money order or check specifically just the Open Door Soup Kitchen specifically.
Yeah, give back a little, Like when I get some donations, like if I get $100 worth of donations, I'll take 20 and give it to another streamer, Spread it out a little bit, or spread it out take $5 and give it to 4 different people.
It never had any scorpions. Okay, he never got any. Alright? That's all I'll tell you right now. It has no scorpions, okay?
Michelle, have you ever donated to a streamer before?
To a streamer? No, not yet.
No?
Well, the problem is Connecticut law does not allow you to have scorpions. Alright, he found that out after he did that video on scorpions. Connecticut law does not allow you to have scorpions because they're not a native species. Which I agree with that. That they're not native to Connecticut. See, if the scorpions get loose, I mean, you could be having a whole hell of problems.
I can't have a German Shepherd, Michelle, because it's not native to America?
Well, dogs are regulated anyway. You know that.
I don't know why Ethiopian couldn't be. They got them in Arizona.
Dogs and wolves and other canines are all kind of related to each other.
Well, you guys got roaches and spiders in your apartment. What's scorpions related to those, right? I mean,
Stan CT says to Brian K. Best way of tracking people is by running a credit report, finding most recent details, and going from there. I don't know.
You pay like
it's not really
for a program.
Oh no, he doesn't. He looked into getting them, but he couldn't because of Connecticut law. That's why he never did.
I think Ed just bought a case of Natty Daddies instead of a case of scorpions.
I don't know. Maybe if there was alcohol called Scorpion, maybe you'd buy it.
Yeah, I'm sure he would. I'm sure if there was no alcohol called butt juice, that Ed would still buy it and drink it.
I don't think that would be a very good marketing point. I don't think that'd be a good marketing name, honestly. Seriously. The way the alcohol companies are, they would never market it as butt juice. They'd probably come up with some other name.
Right, like anal leakage or something, right? Yeah, butt juice just doesn't, I hear you. You gotta have something snazzy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Unless you want to see your company go tank real fast.
Like leakage liquid or something, yeah.
The point is that I think. Okay, first of all, thank you for going to the soup kitchen. It does help.
You're welcome, Michelle. I plan on calling much more today as well, so you're welcome for those calls as well.
I mean, now, like I said, since people now know the number, maybe you guys could check it out. And they need more people to come in and pick up food. So if you guys are hungry and you don't have any house food in the house, come on over.
I'm gonna get Ed blacklisted.
Satisfy you.
Put his picture up on the door.
Yeah, Ed is working on videos on his channel. I just uploaded one for his channel today, this morning. So
what's it about? What's the video about? Is it an apology video, Michelle?
No, it's comparing S gauge trains with HO gauge trains and O gauge trains.
I think we need an apology video from Ed, Michelle,
That's a completely separate thing, guys. That's not for his channel. He's already working on trying to get his people into the trains videos.
Michelle. He was rude to you. He was rude to your guests. He was rude to your Christmas party.
I know that, but I'm saying this is okay. He needs to also focus on his channel, and that's not my channel. Okay,
right?
His subscribers are not going to know what in the heaven's name he's talking about if he's trying to apologize on his channel for what happened on my channel.
Subscribers?
That's completely different. I mean, some of them are the same people. Yes, that's not the point. The point is that he wants to keep his channel separate from that. I don't blame him there.
Gotcha.
All right. Yeah.
Well, we'd accept a video on your channel from him, I guess. I mean, if you wanted to make one and post it on your channel, I was out of line. I couldn't handle my beer.
Yeah, he's apologized to you, Michelle, but he hasn't apologized to any of us who done nothing to him.
Yeah, he apologized to me, but I mean the thing is he's still rightfully angry about the person that was making those crazy phone calls.
Yeah. Okay. Well, yeah, but he's wrongfully angry at the wrong people.
Yeah, but the people that making the crazy phone calls were just as wrong.
No, the people making the phone calls, I understand him being angry at them, but he's angry at people that come to your channel and support you every day, and we're not doing it.
Correct.
Well, here's what I say. The people that are making the phone calls are in the wrong. Because they're not showing him any respect at all. That's why I say that I think they're in the wrong.
Right. We get that,
Michelle, we know that they are in the wrong, but we are not, because we're not doing the phone calls.
I know you're not doing the phone calls.
But that's what I'm saying. He's mad at us, but we're not doing it.
He doesn't know who he's supposed to be mad at. He doesn't know anything about what's going on.
Forget it.
He doesn't know all the ins and outs of this channel. Okay, that's just it. I'm trying to explain it to him. It's like trying to explain to a 2-year-old. I can't manage to get him to understand the way the internet is. Stan says, has Ed considered bounty hunting the Silvermoon night owl for an experienced crew? I don't know it. I don't know. Guys, Stan, when you get a chance, give Ed a call and say hi to him, okay? Because he would love to show you his Escapes American Flyer layout he's got right now.
Hey, what are you guys serving for lunch up there today? Ooh. Sounds delicious. Thank you. I'll be up in a bit. Thank you. God bless you.
Grinders, soup. Oh, man, they sound like they're having a good lunch today, Michelle. You may want to go pick it up. Grinders, soup and sandwiches, and bean salad and something else.
Oh.
Sounds really good.
Well,
I like
we already got food, but tell them thank you. Anyway, all right, so the point I'm trying to say, guys, is, okay, I'm tired of trying to explain everything to Ed. He's hard to explain to.
Yeah.
Okay.
Get them out of there. You won't have any more explaining to do.
Yeah.
Period.
I mean, you can't dumb it down any more than it's not our fault.
Yeah. Yeah.
Stan has my phone number, which is the only phone numbers that are for the house, and the cell phone, which is my cell phone. So yes, Stan knows how to reach us.
I've never heard of a grinder before.
Oh, it's just like a sandwich, like
Yeah,
a
I just
sub,
looked
you know
it
the
up.
submarine sandwiches, Tiger.
I just looked it up. Wow. See, I
Yeah,
learn
yeah.
something new every
Tiger.
day.
Yeah, yeah. Grinders are great. Grinder
Stan,
sandwiches are great. The app,
That's
not so much.
interesting you should mention that. If you are at newspapers.com, pull name search on me. I'm just curious what you think about me.
Yeah, Michelle, I went to order a sandwich one time, Michelle, and I downloaded this app called Grinder, and I was going to try and get a sandwich. There's a bunch of gay guys on there trying to fucking suck my dick.
Too much information.
Crazy.
All right.
Trying to get a
Well, anyway, so, guys, it's time for me to get ready to wrap it up. Yeah, Ed does not have a phone. No, he does not have a phone.
Jesus. What the fuck does that have besides trains, Michelle? Man doesn't even have a phone. Does he have a wallet? Does that have a wallet, Michelle? Does man even have a wallet?
He has a wallet, but he doesn't have a bank account.
Okay. Well, I mean, I'm saying, like, there's, like, necessities you should have in life. A wallet, a phone, some type of credit card for an emergency. I don't know.
He does
There's
not
just
have a
basic.
credit card. All right, the credit card is
bank
not
account.
really a necessity. I have one. Actually, I have two. I have Mattress Firm, which is paid off, and I have my Capital One, which is the only one they have left. Okay. I got rid of all the other credit cards years ago.
For sure. Should use your credit cards, Michelle. Pay after you pay it off. Use it again.
I
and then
am.
Just,
I
pay
am.
it.
I am. Okay, I'm
Build
working
that
on
credit up.
it. That's where the money had been going for the last year, or since it got monetized, was shoveling it into the credit card as fast as I could get it in there, so that we can try to get the principal down to almost zero.
How much do you have to go now, Michelle?
Right now we're kind of, because of the pandemic, we kind of went up. Well, we're not quite there. The maximum I can spend is $1,500. We're about $1,400 right now. So if I can throw in another $300, $400 in the next few minutes, we can start bringing back down. Plus, I get cash back too on purchases.
Well, yeah, you were doing good. You had it down to like 700, I think, didn't you? You had it down to like 700 or so. You were paying it off, right?
I'm working on it.
Right. Okay. Well, fair enough. I was gonna say if you had it, close to being paid off, I would just say use your money, pay it off.
That's one reason. Right now, I'm only using the card to pay for the software subscriptions for my computer, because they're not one purchase like shareware. They're like monthly subscriptions, and of course World of Warcraft. But other than that, I pump as much as $60 to $100 a month in that card.
Well, that's good.
Yeah.
Yeah, get that paid off, and then start using it again, and then pay it off. That's how you build your credit up. You pay it off and then use it. Pay it off and then use it.
And the thing, I'll be honest with you, I think that's a stupid scam. But I mean, you tell these companies are now setting up yearly subscriptions for software programs. What the heck? You buy a piece of software, right? Like Clean My Mac 10. All right, you buy Clean My Mac 10. Okay, they originally said you want to just buy it outright. It's gonna be like $80-something a month, or sorry, $80-something for the per purchase price. So they're saying, well, it looks cheaper if we go with the with the yearly renewal fee. And so for a short time, it was like $34, which was fine for the time being. But I wanted to make an outright purchase for $89, but I was like, I can't afford to do that. These companies are trying every month they're milking you. They just do that. I don't think it's fair. I think it's kind of sucks. Shareware programs don't do that. Or at least they didn't originally. For example, if you bought even a professional copy of a program like Photoshop or Adobe After Effects, you would buy the package originally outright with cash. It was yours. You had the software. You had the it was all in your name. Everything. You know, even back in the old days when it used to be in big binders. Well, forget the binders. They don't have that anymore. But anyway, the point is you'd have all the software. Now it's like now you got to sign up for subscriptions for software. It's like the subscription model works good for them because they get guaranteed money every year. But it's terrible for you because it's like it means you're always spending money that you really rather would like to have saved for other things in life.
Yeah, I just pirate those programs, Michelle. I just download it for free.
Yeah, but you still got to deal with the subscription model because the fact is you still have to figure out how you're going to get around the renewal key because that's just it. They give you renewal keys. You can't even buy them, anymore. Cash. Which I think is even more stupid. Stan CG says, MicheleMarieDalene, I have a newspaper's.com account. At present, you can sign up for free and search your own name. Brian K said, Michelle, if Ed gets a phone, would you be sure to make that publicly available? No. Absolutely not.
Yeah, I had Homeless Mike's number for a while. I was in communications with him.
He never had a cell phone either. Homeless Mike never had a cell phone.
He did though, Michelle. He had a track phone.
He had Google Voice. Okay.
Yeah,
Ed has Google Voice too, but I don't even have his number. I forgot we set it up as. The point is, Ed used to have Google Voice too. The problem it's the same problem is that he still had to have a title associated with a regular cell phone, which drove me crazy because now his Google Voice calls are starting to come through to my cell phone because that was the only cell phone we could set it up with.
Huh.
Well, maybe in some cases, but I do not like necessarily stealing software from the companies that make the products. But I mean, for example, I still got my subscription for Graphic Converter 10, and I mean that was a buy it now thing. That was only one-time purchase price from Coriolis. But these other companies, they're like, oh, we gotta renew our software every year. You gotta be like, why? What? I still got clean my Mac Classic, which is still being used in my 2003 Power Mac G5. So I'm still going. What is the story here? It's like I think the subscription model is stupid. I really do. On the car, it's better than $120 a year. Yeah. Well, the point is like, yeah, I agree with you. That was what I was gonna do. So that's the reason why. That was another project completely separate. Besides the video card one, was actually buying outright the license to clean my Mac 10. That's what I was gonna buy. So this year I ended up just renewing it for $34 for the year.
You got too many projects going, Michelle.
What did you say?
Too many projects going.
Yeah, well, I'm not saying that. So right now I'm going to focus on the one at this time.
Yeah.
Which is the video card thing. And then once we can get that done, then we'll deal with the other ones,
Yeah.
All right, guys. That's a wrap for now. It's 12:20. I don't know how many people were on here today. I know we were up to 10 at one point.
Yeah, that's fucked up.
Let's see. Right now we're at 9.
I'm going
12.
now. Bye.
12.
Bye.
12 people. Okay, that's interesting. So,
Interesting.
Okay, so we're up to 12 people. What are we gonna cover? I don't know. World of Warcraft this afternoon, if the game works. Yeah, we gotta get my characters some more level.
It'll work.
She's gonna make some more gold so she can buy some more portals. And I did put in 2 applications for 2 guilds. hopefully one of them will get back to me. I don't think there was any people here, but I do see a lot of reruns though, and we had a good show on the World of Warcraft yesterday too. We had almost close to 100 people on the World of Warcraft stream. Watching the reruns, which surprised me. So the gaming streams are actually starting to seriously show some popularity. So, all right, guys. See you tomorrow morning. Everybody, go out there, have a good time. Okay, and I'll talk to you later. Okay, Leo and Paul.
Okay.
Take care,
Bye,
Michelle.
Michelle. Yeah.
Have a good day, everyone.
Okay, talk to you guys later. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye.
Just end this call. Okay, so anyway, guys, the point was we had a good show, and yeah, it was a good show. So you had another panel open too? Apparently. Oh my god. Oh wait. So yeah, 2 panels open. So it seems I did. I don't know. Anyway, so World of Warcraft is doing good, and like I said, I want to just take a little nap. I will tell Ed what George told Paul, so Ed knows the detailed story of what's going on. So Ed doesn't start feeding FUD into the community, because I think he needs to understand the story about that. Alright, guys, Stan, if you want to give Ed a call, you can give Ed a call on my home phone. He wants to have you come over sometime and look at the S-Gauge layout. He finally got it set up and working. We want to see what the S-Gauge train looks like. It has New Haven caboose, boxcar, and a few other things. So if you want to come on over when you get some free time, please do. Alright, so for everybody, for now, see you later. Stay out of trouble. Don't do anything dumb, and have a good day. Okay? Bye-bye. I'll see you around 3 o'clock. Around 3 o'clock.